Hello, so this is going to be my video about my gastric bypass surgery. First of all, your opinions and stuff about the surgery. I know there's a whole lot of stuff about it. You know, people are like, oh, it's the easy way out, and all this other crap. This is my experience. I got my surgery June 21st, 2011. When I had surgery, I was about 282 pounds. I had nothing wrong with me. I didn't have high blood pressure, didn't have diabetes. I was pretty much fine except for my weight. So the day of surgery went early in the morning. Prior to that, you couldn't eat anything. You couldn't really drink anything besides water. Then I think after midnight, you couldn't have anything. When I brushed my teeth in the morning, I had to try my hardest not to swallow water because your stomach had to be absolutely clean with anything. So I went to the hospital. Got my IV in, all that fun stuff. Couldn't wear my contacts, I had to wear my glasses, and then I had to give my glasses to my mom. My mom and my sister were there waiting for me in the waiting room. Went in, had to switch hospital beds to the actual surgery bed. Couldn't really see anything because I had bad eyesight, but it was pretty crazy seeing an OR. Never been in the hospital before besides this time ever for anything major. So I got my anesthesia. I remember counting down and then nothing. Um, I was woken up in recovery. Actually, I was being pushed into recovery. All I remember is a searing pain in my stomach. It felt like it was on fire. It was really uncomfortable. At least for me, that's my experience. Everyone's experience is different, but definitely felt like my stomach was on fire. They kept pushing the morphine button, and nothing was happening, so they pushed some form of pain medicine that almost knocked me out. I remember the nurse telling me I had to stay awake. So whatever it was great. Highly recommend that. Um, After I was in recovery for a couple hours, I was put into a room where I was still hooked up to an IV morphine button pusher thingy. Um, yeah, I was there total 3 days. As soon as I could walk, I was out of bed walking, so my stomach could get used to everything. Um, I walked with an IV pole. I still had a catheter in. I think that's what it was. There's many names for it, but I still had that in. Um, so once that came out, I actually had to try and pee myself. TMI, but it's true. And then every morning, I think they did blood work. I think they did blood work once when I was there. And then they ended up having to do it for the whole time I was there because my potassium was really low. So I had a potassium IV in too, which hurts a lot. It burns in your veins. It's very uncomfortable. But after 3 days, I was released from the hospital. When I got home, I was on liquids. I had my protein every day, which was gross because it was like a fruity flavored one. Oh, no, no, never again will I ever do that protein. Um, but yeah, so I was fine. Um, Around the 3 month mark, well, rewind that. The first week I lost 20 pounds, which pretty much was water weight. I got my menstrual cycle, TMI again, but all through my couple years I haven't had it. It was on and off. It was really bad. I didn't have it for a while. Then I got it. Woohoo. Um, and so back to 3 months. 3 months post-op, I started feeling sick. It was dry heaving. Um, any liquid I consumed, I was on soft foods, I believe, because I move very fast through the eating stages. So I went to the doctor, my surgeon. They didn't know what was wrong with me. They gave me nausea medicine and told me to just try my protein and water and see what happens from there. I ended up going to the ER with severe dehydration, and I was IV'd, pain med. I had my gallbladder checked. I was admitted to the hospital for dehydration, so they just stuck an IV in me, pumped me full of liquids. 3 days later, sent home. I was fine for a couple days, and then I started dry heaving yet again. more violently and more often. It got to the point where I started losing my eyesight due to the dry heaving and the pressure behind my eyes. I went to my optometrist, found out I had hemorrhages in my eyes, one more severe than the other. So I was sent off to see a specialist the next day. Got there, still had my bucket that I dry heaved into, a whole lot of tissues because I had stomach acid that I wasn't throwing up, I was spitting it out. My lips were freaking dry as crap. It hurt. I couldn't walk by myself. I had to hold on to someone or was in a wheelchair. Yeah, it was not fun. Ophthalmologist, eye specialist pretty much, confirmed the hemorrhages in my eyes, said I had partial retina detachment in one eye. My blood pressure was through the roof. So ophthalmologist called the hospital and admitted me into the hospital onto the neurology floor because they had no idea what was wrong with me, why my sight was leaving. When I was checked in, I went and had an MRI done. That was quite enjoyable, I'm not going to lie, besides me having stomach acid in my throat the whole time and having to spit. After that, I was admitted to neurology. So I was there with my mom. I had an upper GI test scheduled for a week, the next week with my surgery team. That was just pushed forward to the next day since I was already in the hospital. They're like, why not? Had a slew of blood tests done, had my upper GI done. They found nothing was wrong. You drink this disgusting stuff that, it's gross. Ew. One tastes like straight up poison, and then one isn't that bad. It's like a fruity smoothie, but not. So I had that done. Was then put into surgery again. They opened my passageway just a little bit into my stomach, so I have to be careful with how much I eat. After that, I was back in my hospital room. I had a lumbar puncture or spinal tap done by the neurologist to release the pressure in my head from dry heaving and to test my spinal fluid. Everything was clean. MRI was clean also. My surgeon showed up a couple hours later saying she knew what was wrong with me, which thank God someone did. I found out I had Wernicke's disease, which is what alcoholics get. I was then hooked up to an IV with a banana bag, which is a big IV bag that's yellow. It is full of thiamine, which is a B vitamin, B1 to be specific. She said within 24 hours I should have my sight back. Lo and behold, 4 to 6 hours later I could see with my glasses on. But yeah, so that was all cleared up. I got a bonus bag of IV, which is just the big bag of water, pretty much, to kind of replenish everything and clean my system. That kind of backfired. I couldn't pee. It hurt to pee. Nothing would come out. I'd sit there and I couldn't pee. My kidneys started to hurt. My area where the pee is supposed to go started hurting, and no one knew why, so I had a catheter put in. Last time I had one in, I was knocked out in surgery. This time I was wide awake. Morphine didn't help, and yeah, that hurt so bad. I wish that upon no one. So that was put in, and I had to sleep. I slept on my side, this side, to kind of like relieve the pressure from the pain, and then the pain went away. Thank God, because it hurt so bad. They thought my kidneys were failing because when I did pee, it was bright red, so that was scary, but I was fine. Kidneys weren't failing, thank God. Again, 3-4 days later, I was released from the hospital. The Wernicke's / B1 deficiency was because I didn't take my vitamins at all. I had Flintstones, anything chewable or that would melt in your mouth, that's what you had to take post-surgery because you couldn't swallow pills. Now I can. So yeah, I now take my vitamins daily so I don't end up in the hospital again. And I am a case study. My doctor, my surgeon, now tells everyone about me, not by my name, but about a patient she had, um, that didn't take her vitamins and ended up almost losing her eyesight. So, that's me. Um, but yeah, I'm fine now. I'm a year and 7 months out. I'll be 2 years out on June 21st. I actually had an appointment today. Found out I lost 135 pounds total since my surgery day, which is pretty incredible. Almost half of what I used to weigh. So that's pretty crazy. Um, on the scale for the doctors, I was 149 at home. I was 147 and a half, so a little difference there. I was also in my pajamas when I weighed myself, and then in jeans and stuff there. Um, but yeah, that's my story. Everyone's story is different. When you start eating certain foods, it's different. When you can have pills, it's different for everyone. Everyone experiences differently. Obviously, everyone experiences life differently. But yeah, now I eat pretty much normally. I don't have fried food because it makes me sick and it's really bad for me. I try to limit how much sugar I have per thing I eat or drink. Um, what else is there? I do double up on my vitamins. I take 2 Super B complex pills, which are disgusting, and 2 B12 ones. Iron, calcium, multivitamin, and my D vitamin are all the same as everyone else's usually. Just because my B vitamin deficiency is there, I have to kind of double up on all that. And yeah, I do have extra skin on my arms, my chest, my stomach, my thighs. Hopefully I will be able to afford plastic surgery in time, because it's annoying and I think it's gross. But yeah, the place I started noticing my weight loss was in my face and then everywhere else. I do still see myself as the weight I used to be, just because I was like that for a long time. It's just still in my head. No matter what I see in the mirror, it's still always going to be like that for now. I mean, obviously my clothes are smaller. People see me, they're like, oh my gosh. But eventually I will get to that mindset that I'm actually the weight I am without just looking at the scale and my clothes size. But we shall see. I still have ways to go. I would like to be 140, but we'll see how life goes on, I guess. I am now trying to maintain my weight and lose a little bit more, but maintain between 140 and 150. And yeah, if you have any questions, feel free to ask them. I'm very open about my surgery. And if you're having this done, please let me know. I would like to help you out with any way I can. If you have any other weight loss surgery questions or anything, I will try to answer them for you. I'm not an expert at all. I just have it, live it, and yeah. So I guess that's it. Bye, guys.